يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
Here, Allah Almighty completes the parable from the previous verse, the rain, lightning, and thunder, describing the power of Allah's divine path revealed to his final messenger, its impact on the hypocrites, and their hesitant movement with it. Allah Almighty says, "The lightning almost snatches away their sight. Every time it lights the way, for them they walk therein. But when darkness covers them, they stand still. And if Allah had willed, He could have taken away their hearing and their sight. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent." The lightning almost snatches away their sight. The divine path of Allah and the Quran revealed to Prophet Muhammad is so powerful, clear, and bright that it almost overwhelms their minds, forcing them to see the truth. Every time it lights for them, they walk. When they find things in this divine path that suit their worldly interests, like safety and easy gains, they become active and move along with the Muslims. But when darkness covers them, they stand still. However, when faced with difficult duties, hardships, or trials, they freeze in their tracks, hesitant and confused, refusing to take a single step forward. The parable ends with a decisive warning. Allah is fully capable of taking away their hearing and sight because of their hypocrisy and avoidance, for Allah's power has no limits. And Allah Almighty knows best. At the end of this verse, the verses about the types of people, their deeds, traits, and ultimate fate ends. 3 verses for the believers, 2 for the disbelievers, and 13 full verses detailing the most dangerous group, the hypocrites. But why 13 verses for the hypocrites, and only 2 for the disbelievers and 3 for the believers? As you might have noticed, the 13 verses talk about the hypocrites in the time of the Prophet. But did the hypocrites disappear when that era ended? Absolutely not. But before we look at our reality today, let's address some questions that might be on your mind. Did the Prophet and his companions know these hypocrites by their names? Yes, the Prophet knew them perfectly because Allah Almighty informed him about them through revelation by the angel Gabriel. The Prophet companions, however, did not know their personal names, but they recognized them by their actions and behavior. They noticed how heavy and lazy they were when it came to prayers, and they heard their toxic, doubt-filled, and fear-mongering words during times of crisis. How did the Prophet deal with them? Did he punish them or expose them publicly? Not at all. He never punished them or exposed them by name. Instead, he dealt with them with utmost wisdom and intelligence. He treated them outwardly as Muslims and left their hearts and judgment to God. Yet, at the same time, he was extremely cautious. He never trusted them with secrets, never gave them positions of power or responsibility, and completely sidelined them until they were politically and socially isolated and their influence was neutralized. Did hypocrites cease to exist after the passing of the Prophet and the end of divine revelation? Absolutely not. In fact, they became bolder and wore stronger masks. During the Prophet's lifetime, they lived in constant fear that a divine verse would expose their secrets. But after his passing and the end of revelation, they no longer feared instant exposure. Hypocrisy turned into a methodology and mindset adopted by anyone seeking personal gain, status, and money at the expense of their faith and values. What is their real danger, and why are they far more dangerous than an obvious enemy? Because an obvious enemy is visible, and you can prepare for them. A hypocrite, however, lives among us and stabs us in the back. Their real danger is that they occupy critical positions that shape society. You might find one acting as a media figure on screen, destroying morals under the banner of enlightenment and progress. Another might be a politician or an official making decisions that erode religious values while claiming modernization and public interest. Or even someone in a sensitive military position leaking state secrets to the enemy in a critical moment for personal gain. Question: how do we deal with them? Exactly the way the Prophet did. We deal with them formally and based on their outward behavior, leaving their hearts and final judgment to God. But we never trust them with our minds, we never hand over our destiny and values to them, and we never allow their poison to get past us.